How's it going, everybody? This is Darrin with GuitarControl.com bringing you this video lesson, and today I have 3 fun and easy beginner riffs for you from Styx. Right now, Guitar Control is giving away a free chord chart. It's a free download. There's a link down in the description. Have access to any chord that you ever need in any situation. It's a free download. Just click the link. So be sure to click on the link in the description for the tabs, and let's get close up and take a look at these. Alright, so the very first one we're going to look at is Blue Collar Man. So we start off, we've got a D5. So all this is like a regular D major chord. We're just omitting the high E string. So we've got the D string open, 2nd fret of the G string, and the 3rd fret of the B string. So we hit this 1 and 2, and then on the and of 2, we're going to go to an F5. So we're going to come up, we're going to put our first finger so it's on the 3rd fret of the D string, and then our 3rd finger onto the 5th fret of the G string, and our 4th finger onto the 6th fret of the B string. So we hit that, and it's on the and of 2, and then it's tied to all of beat 3, and then the downbeat of 4, and then on the and of 4 we come back to the D5, and it's the and of 4, but it's 2 16th notes. So that's the first measure. Then we go on to the second measure, and we've got 2 more of those D5. So it's like the first measure where it's an 8th note and then a quarter note. So we've got that, the 2 16th notes, then the 8th, and then a quarter. So it ends up being 4 strums there. Then we're going to take that same shape we did for the F5, and we're just going to move it up a whole step for G5. So now your first finger's on the 5th fret of the D string, 3rd finger's on the 7th fret of the G, and 4th finger is on the 8th fret of the B string. And we hit that, and then we move it back down to the F, and then 2 16th note of the D5. And that's the repeat. So that's the first 2 measures, and then that part's just, repeated. Then after you repeat it, it's got this little riff here. So we start off on the 1st fret of the A string. So it goes 1, 3, 5, and then slide to the 8th fret, then to the 7th, to the 5th, and back to the 3rd, and then the D5. So that's all 8th notes. So it's 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Then we hit that D5 again, and then it's tied to the next, to a whole note on the next measure. Alright, so the next one we're going to look at is the riff from Renegade. So for this, we rest on the first measure for the first 3 beats, and then on the downbeat of 4, we do starting here at the 15th fret, but as you'll see when I play this, that it may not always necessarily be right there, but it doesn't really matter. You'll see why here in a second. So we hit that, and we slide out of it, and we come down to the 3rd fret, and we're going to bar the 3rd fret of the A and the D string with just our first finger. So it's 4 and then starting on the next measure, we are going to do that same thing. We're going to do it with the 5th fret. So we're going to use our 3rd finger. So now our 3rd finger is barring the 5th fret of the A and the D string. So this is 8th notes. 1, and then on the and of 1, we bring our first finger up and we bar the 3rd fret of the D and the G string. and then to the 5th fret of the D and the G string. So that's kind of the riff. So after we come up here, then we come back down to here to the where we started again. So we've got, they're evenly spaced here. So the second time we go to the this B flat 5 over F, so the 3rd fret of the D and the G string. Now there's 16th notes. So it gets that ba da 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 ba da da da. And then back to the F5 over C, so the 3rd fret of the A and the D string, to the 5th fret, then to the 3rd fret of the D and the G, 5th fret of the D and G, back to the 3, and then back to the 3rd fret of the A and D string, and then it would just repeat. All right, and the last we're going to look at is a riff from Too Much Time on My Hands, and this is by far the easiest one out of this. So even if you just started playing guitar today, this is something that you'll probably be able to pick up fairly easy. So this is just like the little riff at the beginning that's actually played on the keyboard. So what we're going to be doing is pedaling the A string, and then on the D string we've got the 7th fret, the 5th fret, and the 4th fret. And then this thing is all palm muted, and it's all 8th notes. So 1 and 2, so the downbeat of 2 is the 7th fret of the D string, the and of 2 is the open A string, then the downbeat of 3 is the 5th fret of the D string, and of 3 is the open A string again, then the downbeat of 4 is the 4th fret of the D string, and the and of 4 is the 5th fret of the D string. So we want to palm mute the whole thing. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Alright, so there you have it. 3 not too terribly difficult riffs to play from Styx. So if you like this lesson, be sure to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below if you have any questions about this or other guitar-related topics. If you've not already done so, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the content that we upload throughout the week. Well, that is all I have for you today. Thanks for watching and have a great day.